So I told myself when I started this business page that I was going to be more open about the journey because people only share when they arrive and they don't really share the process. And I'm going through it right now, so I want to share. Um, my birthday has always been a big deal for me, and on milestones, I definitely tend to get the B-Day blues, and I'm feeling that for sure right now. Like many of my classmates, I am turning 40 this year. And when you hit these milestones, 20, 30, 40, these decade milestones, it kind of forces you to reflect. And sometimes there's this disconnect from where you thought you would be to where you are. And when I turned 35, I had a huge breakdown because of that. I was single, living at home with my parents, no kids, at a job I hated. Just everything about my life seemed like, what, how did I end up here? So since then, I've been going really, really, really hard so that when I turn 40, I feel a life of no regret. I feel like, oh my God, I can't believe everything I've been able to accomplish, more than I could have ever imagined. And I've been fighting, 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 going hard, buying my property, um, launching my business, working for myself, like all these things that I've been going hard so that I could feel that way when I turn 40. And now this date is fastly approaching in 2 weeks. And I'm in my feelings about it. I'm really in my feelings about it. And specifically because, I'm still single, I still have no kids, and the biological clock is a very real thing. And there is a very real possibility that that might not be my reality. Just timing wise, right? I mean, I only really have 5 years left. One of those, I would be potentially pregnant. And ideally, I would have some time with my partner to establish a solid foundation before we decide to bring children into the world. So that really, really like condenses the timeline. And I've had to start wrapping my head around the reality that maybe that's not what's destined for me. And it's sad. It's just really, really sad. Um, it feels like I'm mourning, of loss, of grieving. Um, or maybe a divorce, right? Because that's always also a mourning loss of a life that you thought you would have. And it just really sucks, y'all. It just really, really sucks. And I know that I can't be the only one that feels this way. And I had chatted with a friend of mine who recently turned 45. And I asked her, like, do you regret not having children? And she said, absolutely not, because what I thought I wanted at 35 is not what I actually need at 45. And at 45, I value my sleep. I value being able to keep my money. And she has since married someone with children. So now she has these beautiful bonus children that she can love up on. And then they end up leaving at the end of the day. And that I really needed to hear that perspective, because sometimes we can get so wrapped in our head and trying to control how things develop, when perhaps when we just let go and trust, which is really, really, really hard, um, what ends up manifesting is actually better than you could have done if you had done it yourself. So I'm just hoping and trusting that my 40s are going to be amazing, whether or not children are in the picture, and that I'm going to attract this amazing partner into my life, and I'm just going to be living my world traveling, rich auntie life that I am stepping into.
A
So,
correction, rich auntie baddie that I already am. My bank account just doesn't know it yet.